Hello, I'm Mr. Snapper.
And I'm Red Snapper.
And this is
Project Nutmeg. We lived in California for a long time where we experienced our fair share of earthquakes. I mean, every area has its own natural disaster risks. Tornadoes, hailstorms, and intense rain have been a recent risk here in Dallas.
We knew about tornadoes from living in the South and Midwest in our youth, but hail was a surprise. Our car was totaled by hail a few weeks after we moved to Dallas back in 2017. We've also experienced power outages in summer and winter, and ask anyone in Texas about Snowmageddon of 2021, except maybe the people living in the vast desert that is West Texas.
Yeah, El Paso, I think they were exempt.
They were exempt.
Weather. It's a blown transformer that takes out power for your neighborhood, surprise flooding, or Snowmageddon with its sub-zero temperatures and rolling blackouts due to an ill-prepared power grid. You want to have preparations in place for your entire household, including these things.
First, make sure you have enough shelf-stable food and water for each pet. If you're without power for a few days, any refrigerated dog food may not be safe for them to eat, even though dogs will eat literal garbage.
And cat poop.
Plan for 3 to 7 days of food in waterproof containers, like cans or bagged food stored in plastic bins. You'll want 1 ounce of water per pound your dog weighs per day. So, for a 17-pound nutmeg and a 60-pound coca for 1 week, that's 539 ounces of water, or 4.25 gallons. I did that math in my head.
That's amazing right math.
There.
Amazing math.
Just read that off of something.
And don't forget the medication. If you know that there's weather ahead that could limit your access to refills, chat with your vet about getting a refill early. Think of that as the pet version of stocking up on bread and milk.
Keep leashes, collars, and harnesses for pets at the ready just in case you need to evacuate. Some pets are nudists, so you don't want to be ill-prepared. If you live in cold weather, you may already have boots and coats for your pets as well. Boots and coats and boots and coats and boots and coats and boots and coats. We keep spare slip leashes from the vet in our car because they'll work in a pinch.
And they're really handy if you run into a dog that's loose and friendly. We recently had a power outage from thunderstorms that also took out our cell phone data for most of a day. Makes it hard to access the apps. So print a copy of your pet's records and microchip information just in case you can't access your apps or your devices.
Back in 2018, we got a disaster relief kit from the Banfield Foundation after donating to their disaster relief fund. These are no longer available, but this may give you ideas for creating your own kit. It had a bag of treats inside that we threw out. They were a bit old. Mm-hmm. That's one missing piece you may want to rotate in and out of your own kit.
We had the same issue with our earthquake kit that's made for humans. If you don't go into the kit regularly, you forget about the perishables. I threw out a bag of treats that was best by 2021 from this kit. So let's take a look in the kit, and maybe this will give you some ideas for what to put in your own emergency kit.
Let's take a look.
Okay.
First of all, it's really neat how it goes together. It's nice, bright orange. Mm-hmm. And it's got this little handy handle here that kind of twists and turns and clips.
And it's waterproof, and there's also, on this bag, there's this really nice side pocket that is built for the cell phones of 2018, but you could put a water bottle in here. It's a nice elasticized pocket, and it's got these little straps on here. So it includes, I should say it's got little rings, but it includes straps so that you can carry it the way you need to.
You can put like backpack straps on this.
It includes them.
Oh, cool.
It includes straps. So we'll get in here and we'll see the straps.
All right, here we go.
Da 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 da.
So it's a waterproof bag, so I guess that means that you could store water in it.
You could store water in it. You could store food in it. So this came with some Adaptil travel spray. I wasn't able to find a replacement spray. This is something that it also expired in 2021. But this is a spray that's supposed to help calm and relax your dog on the move. I think it's a pheromone spray. Oh yes, canine appeasing pheromone. So we've used the Adaptil like collars and diffusers to help ease Coca before she started taking like half a morning happy pill to make her life a little less stressful. This is expired, but we've purchased a replacement. And again, this is not sponsored by anyone.
Nope.
This is just something that we bought. So there are other brands out there. In case you need something to calm your dog down, try something that smells. Try a calming pheromone.
Next, we have, looks like a blanket.
I love this.
What? I haven't actually gone through this. You
Well,
have, but
I've gone through
this
this,
is all new to me.
and I ordered it, so I know what's in it. So yeah, there's a nice folded blanket. And these are, you can find blankets like this. They're like a polar fleece, thin kind of blanket, but you can find these for pretty cheap in a lot of stores, especially in wintertime. I would say the price point of these blankets, you can find them for as cheap as like $5.
This has a little pockety thing and a handle, so if it's rolled up, you can carry it
Yeah,
by itself. Okay.
and tuck something in the side.
What else do we have in here? Ah, very important. Collapsible pet bowl.
Yes, with the carabiner so that you can clip it to anything you need to. We have a few of these pet bowls. We take one to class with us
I'm
every
opening
time. We haven't had to use this emergency kit, fortunately.
Fortunately.
But I mean, you want to have these things just in case. And it's really helpful that it's all in one bag. So
Yeah.
if we needed to grab and go, we could think with grab and go.
There's nothing in there right now. Okay. Next. Oh, you mentioned this. There's like shoulder straps.
Yes, there are two straps. So this could be worn as a backpack. It could be slung over the shoulder. It could be used for toting. So I didn't unwrap those.
Not gonna bother with it.
Didn't really have a need for them.
You know how backpack straps work.
Yeah, and it's convertible, like a convertible bra. You can clip it anywhere so that you can wear it to weddings.
Also, a tiny little flashlight.
Yeah. Tiny flashlight. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and
boots and
oh
coats
yeah,
and
boots and coats. Boots and coats. Yeah, tiny little flashlight.
Always good in an emergency.
You should have,
The power went out.
yes, you should have flashlights for emergencies.
Ah, poop bags.
Yeah. And a lot of places will give away poop bags.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a great promotional item. You'll find them at different like dog fairs or dog gatherings. Some apartment complexes
Yeah.
give them out.
It's like the cheap ink pen of dog conventions.
But dogs poop. So it's
Dogs poop
perfect.
a lot.
And a lot of kits, like if you buy a water bowl, it may also come with a poop bag thing. So you can throw your poop bags, your extra poop bag holders and spare poop bags into your emergency kit so that you have them. So this,
Important documents. Little waterproof container here. It's vinyl with a Ziploc, little zippy thing so you can
oh, yep, a little zipper seal.
waterproof.
And it does have, so it's got like a business card holder, but it's on the inside.
Yeah.
So that business card holder, you could put your vet's business card, you could put your own business card in case you get separated. You know, it's just really helpful. And it does have this hole on the top. So this is something that you could, you know, finish puncturing and put some twine. Twine's the best word I can come up with. Twine, paracord. You could, you know, run your own little shoelace, run your own little strap on it and keep it on your body. Who knows what kind of emergency situation you could run into. I recall watching a lot of things about Hurricane Katrina. And if you need to keep your important papers in your clothing so that you can keep it safe, you can keep money in here, your cell phone.
Banfield's actually already done some work for you here, and I imagine other kits might be similar to this. So before the storm, this first little thing tells you use the checklist on the next card to create a disaster preparedness kit. You flip it, and there's a supplies checklist, which you can't see because you're all the way over there and I'm all the way over here. Documents, a list of the documents that, like Red mentioned, that you would need. And then this is really handy, calculating water usage. They have it for 5-pound pet, 25-pound pet, 50-pound pet, 100-pound pet. So that's kind of cool. So they've done the math for you. And then here's a page here that has your veterinary information that you can put in there. Emergency veterinarians, because we've discussed in other videos.
We've talked about that. Mm-hmm.
That's very different, right? So your regular veterinarian probably keeps normal business hours, probably like 8 to 6, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And anything after hours, you're going to have to go to an emergency vet. So it's good to have, and they have space for 2 different emergency vets. Microchip information, and then I think this is my favorite thing, housing options. So it has pet-friendly hotel option 1 with the phone number, pet-friendly hotel option number 2 with the phone number, and local pet boarding facility phone number. So like Red said, if it's a situation where we lost power and we lost data, so we couldn't surf the net or anything like that, like how do I even contact, there are no phone books. We don't have phone books.
We don't
anymore.
have phone books.
So
if you're new to this world, phone books are paper versions of search.
Yeah, pretty much.
Google search
Sort of.
for
Very limited.
very limited.
So yeah, if you're in that situation, it's like, and this happened to us actually during Snowmageddon. We were living in an apartment building at the time. They didn't winterize the fire suppression system in the buildings. And
It warmed up.
And sure enough, the water suppression system the pipes had burst. And
In our apartment.
it was raining in our apartment. And so we were fine. We had a shop vac. We could do some, remediation and make the place livable while we waited for
Official remediation.
Yeah, we had water on the floor, probably about half an inch of water on the floor.
It's unsafe. First of all, it's unsafe. There is power. We had power. And it wasn't a safe condition for the dogs, and we would have to rush around a lot to clean things up, which we did. We had to go to the store and buy more things.
Vacuum out all the water, did all that stuff.
And we didn't want to risk their health.
Right. So what we did was huge shout out to Dogtopia.
Yes. On Inwood in Dallas, near the Galleria. Yeah,
they took it was Buster and Coca at the time. They took them in overnight, or was it?
They took them for a few days. I called them because I was like, the first thing we have to do is get the dogs out. Stuff is stuff, but we need to get the dogs out because this
in a safe place. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not a good situation for them. They can't do anything to help. I don't want them to get hurt. And Coca is scared of rain now. After that pipe burst, I was like, Yeah. She was interested in it before, but that was a deal breaker for her. It was traumatic. So we called them, since everybody was still getting over Snowmageddon. We called them and said, our pipe burst. Can we bring them to you? And they said, yes, we're closing down early because, it was Snowmageddon times. They were closing down early, but if you can get them here by 7, then that'll be great. It was like, great. So we took what food we could and we dropped it off so they were set overnight. And then we went by the next day and we dropped off more food, and we were kind of playing it by ear to figure out, like, when is somebody going to come and do the official carpet cleaning to extract the water that we couldn't get with our little shop vac?
Right.
When are they going to come in and do the work on the place? And I want the dogs to be comfortable. It didn't get into our bedroom. It really messed up the stuff that we had in our kitchen. It didn't ruin everything that we owned, but it did ruin stuff. So we lived in the kitchen living room area outside of bedtime.
Yeah. We were lucky because the pipe that burst it only burst in one spot. So the fire suppression system was throughout the apartment, but it was really just sort of like the most exposed corner where that was is where it froze and burst. So we were fortunate.
We were fortunate, and we had insurance, so we were fortunate there because it took care of a lot of the issues. And
we were super fortunate that Dogtopia were able to take the dogs in while we were cleaning and doing all of that. So.
And they really worked wonderfully with us because we weren't sure when things were happening. It's like, one more day, we're going to bring you some more food, but it's going to be another day.
Yeah. We're big fans of Dogtopia.
We are. They have been wonderful for all 3 of the dogs that we've taken there. And that's the kit.
That's the kit.
That's the kit. So it's a small kit. It's I say it's a small kit. It's a big bag, but it's a pretty simple kit that we have put together. This is different from a first aid kit. I just want to mention that. So there are no first aid supplies in there. We'll talk about first aid kits in another episode. But this is really great. There is the zippered...
Oh, there is a zipper pocket.
Yeah, a little zipper pocket on the front so that you could stick something in there.
My sandwiches.
Yeah, that'd be small sandwiches.
Finger sandwich.
I do want to mention that if your dog has, or cat, they have mobility problems, they require a carrier, they need some other means of you taking them outside of the home in an emergency, make sure that that's handy. We talked about leashes and harnesses and collars, but if you need to do a shoulder strap for your pet because they weigh too much and they need to be carried, then make sure you got that ready. If they require a stroller, make sure you have that ready. If you have a cat and they're not leash trained, I don't know cats, then put them in whatever cat carrying case.
I think Nutmeg can actually fit inside.
We're not going to put her inside. I don't want to traumatize her.
Wait, she'd fit though.
Well, I don't know if her booty would fit.
No, maybe not.
She's got a big booty. Anyway, that's what we have for you today on emergency preparedness.
Thanks for watching as always. If you enjoyed what you saw here, please like, subscribe, boop the bell for notifications, and yeah, talk to us. We want to hear from you.
Did we miss anything? Did the Banfield Foundation miss anything in this kit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there anything that we should have as Texans that we don't know about? I mean, we thought with emergency preparedness with earthquakes.
Right. And well, and how do you prepare for the disasters that could happen where you live? Maybe you're watching this in Alaska. Like, what do you do if there's like a blizzard?
Well, I mean, it's like mostly
like
blizzard.
Thursday.
But what do you do in cold climates or in hot climates that are not here where...
What do you do in hurricanes?
Horribly wet tornadoes.
Yeah, haven't had to live through a hurricane.
Fortunately. But tell us, we would love to hear from you. And you'll see us next time. Bye!
Bye!